SFS. It's all about redemption for the Sky Blues after what Vidislav Levicka admitted was an embarrassing performance against the Jets. With just 2 wins at home all season, it's about restoring some pride, something Ian Ferguson has managed to do. The Glory have arrived in the East on the back of an 8-game unbeaten run, and that is a new club record. Well, team news now, and Levicka went looking for answers after that shocker against Newcastle, and he's hoping he's found them by making 3 changes. 2 forced by injury and suspension to Mark Bridge and Terry McFlynn. Brett Emerton makes a timely return. Joel Chianese makes his starting debut, while the other change is in goals. Liam Reddy's been dropped after copping 5 against the Jets, and Ivan Necevski gets a rare opportunity. His only other appearance of the season came in round 3, so he gets the chance to lay down a marker for the business end of the season. For the Glory, Ferguson has found consistency in results, and he wants to keep consistency in his selections. So no changes to the side which thumped Gold Coast on Monday night. Dean Heffernan and Travis Dodd continue their comeback from injury. Liam Miller has discovered a scoring touch, while Mile Sterjovski is finally back to his best. He's dismissed speculation about his Socceroos comeback, but his form hasn't gone unnoticed. He's coming off contract, and both the Jets and the Heart are interested in his signature. Well, the rain has cleared from Sydney. We had a big thunderstorm through early this afternoon. Just blue sky ahead for the Sky Blues tonight. 23 degrees, the current temperature, the humidity at 55%. No wind to speak of. Well, we are at the SFS, of course, and this, I should say, is Perth's first trip to this stadium, believe it or not, in more than 3 years. Their last 3 trips to Sydney, they played at Parramatta Stadium twice, and most recently at Campbelltown. The Sky Blues led out by Brett Emerton, Jacob Burns with the armband for Perth Glory. Glory, in fact, haven't beaten Sydney in 7 games, a barren run stretching back to 2009. But it is the visitors who have the form, of course. They're undefeated in their last 5 matches on the road. Sydney, by contrast, just 1 win in their last 9. Well, Vidislav Levicka, as mentioned, described last week's effort against the Jets as embarrassing. He's made the changes. He's hoping for a response. Will he get it? That's the question. Levicka, of course, confirmed on the way out of the club at the end of the season. No confirmation as yet about what's happening with Ian Ferguson. He talked during the week about his desire to get a 2 or 3 year deal, but the club owner Tony Sage saying no discussions will be held until the end of the season. The man in the middle tonight, one of the most experienced in the business, Strebre Delovski, game number 67 in the Hyundai A-League for him. Two good mates from the old NSL days, Brett Emerton and Jacob Burns, shake hands, both wearing the armbands for their respective sides. Crucial game this, particularly for Sydney FC, and a big opportunity for a youngster in Joel Chianese. Chianese turns 22 on Wednesday. It's his starting debut for the Sky Blues after getting his A-League debut off the bench against the Jets. You can see a look of determination on their face. There is Joel Chianese, former Blacktown City junior. We're told he'll be playing up front tonight for Sydney FC alongside Bruno Cazarine. Speaking of youngsters, hasn't this youngster impressed over the last couple of months? Josh Risdon from Bunbury in the deep southwest of WA. He celebrated that form, the 2-year contract signed this week. So it's the home team who get us underway, looking for a change of fortune at home, no doubt about it. It's a real logjam around the top 6 at the moment. Results earlier in this round haven't helped Sydney's cause. Melbourne victory, of course, with that win over the Mariners last night. The Jets with the win against the Heart earlier today. Real pressure on the home team, particularly in terms of their form at home. Here's Heffernan for the Glory, whipping one in. Came off the head of McGarry. Yes, alongside me this evening for the call, Robbie Slater. And Robbie, let's just talk about Sydney's home form in particular. It has been a big problem for them.
Yeah, look.
Sliding in, Jacob Burns. And here comes the card, and he will be suspended for the next match. Well, he dodged a yellow card against Gold Coast midweek. He was taken off by Ian Ferguson late in the game to protect him from exactly that sort of outcome, but he's dived in there, Burns.
Well, it's a 50-50 ball, and what you say is exactly right. He's really dived in too aggressively. The ball was there to go for. Ryan Grant and Moriyasu coming across. As soon as you lunge in like that, you're in trouble.
So Jacob Burns, the captain, will miss the match at home against Newcastle Jets next weekend. His 8th yellow card of the season. Might have pulled his shirt. Sydney have turned it over. Danger here for the home team. Here's Miller. Now Heffernan. Bends it back post in. Heffernan. Half chance there for Shane Smeltz. No flag. He was onside. Mistake from Grant. Here's Sterjovski. Goes to the top of the 6-yard box. Breaks here for Smeltz. Almost. What a save. Ivan Necevski. Absolutely wonderful to deny Travis Dodd.
Well, it comes at him really quickly, Travis Dodd. You'd probably want him to go. He's onside there. That's the one from Shane Smeltz. I think the referee's assistant had his flag up. The second one, Sterjovski. That's a decent ball into a dangerous area. Smeltz can't control it. Dodd comes in. That's a very, very good save. If Dodd goes the other side, he scores.
Wonderful reflexes from Ivan Necevski. Big confidence booster for the keeper, who's getting a rare start this evening. He'll have some more work to do, though. Corner comes in from the Glory, away by Cazarine. Still plenty of room on that far side for Sterjovski. Bends it in again. Again, it's Cazarine. Masquerading as a centre-half there, the Brazilian. Emerton goes to ground. He'll get the free kick. Haven't seen him get over the halfway line a great deal.
No. Certainly been penned in there, and Sterjovski's been over there at times as well.
Sydney do break though down the left. It's Carle Kisel getting into the penalty area. Needs a good ball in the middle. Here's Emerton. Big chance. Brent Emerton opens the scoring for Sydney FC. It's a big moment in their season.
Well, it's a brilliant finish in the end from Brent Emerton. He had a lot of time. His first touch is the one that sets it up. A good play down the left-hand side from Kisel. It opened up for him, and he drove towards the penalty box, and he kept his head at the crucial moment. Here, Carle involved, and Kisel breaks. He drives towards that near post. He keeps his head. There's bodies there, and he cuts it back. He spotted Brent Emerton. Great first touch, and he just puts his boot through it. Hits that with a lot of power. Vukovic beaten, and the players on the line can do nothing.
4th goal of the season from Brent Emerton. How valuable will it turn out to be? So now the Glory chasing the game against a team who've had the wood on them for a long time now. The form book's been turned upside down. Bends it in. Big call from Necevski. Quick release from the keeper. Here goes Kisel. Now Moriyasu. Emerton scampers away down the left. Pass a little bit too wide. Emerton onto the right boot. Wobbly old cross. Hasn't been dealt with. Chianese forces Vukovic into a save.
Perth have gone to looks like a back 3. Jacob Burns still sitting in front of them, and
Jamieson. Outside is Carle. Chianese in the middle. Cazarine at the top of the box. A couple of shimmies from Carle. Hangs it to the back stick. Emerton. Chance here from Cazarine! Cazarine has made it 2 for Sydney FC, and that should be enough.
Well, they stretched Perth. It's brilliant play. First by Carle, whose cross wasn't a bad one, but no one on the back post. But Brent Emerton picked it up, and he's delivered again a quality pass. Carle there, just shimmies, little step over. This one hangs it up to the back post. There's no one there but Emerton. First touch wasn't great, but still manages to produce that. And Cazarine, he's big and he's strong, and he jettisons himself in between the two defenders, and it's a crashing, thumping header that Vukovic gets a hand to, but he can't keep it out.
Real courage there from Cazarine. That's what he's all about. This is the sort of service that he thrives on.
He's just flattened Pantelidis. He's big and strong and brave. And that's desperation. That's what you want your central striker doing. Desperate to score a goal. Hey, he's hurt himself. Who cares? Pick yourself up, son. You've got yourself a goal.
So Sydney FC's top scorer comes up with another one, his 7th of the season. And we talked about Sydney having a good platform at 1-0. Well, 2-0 should be enough. It's not terminal for the Glory. 4 of their last 6 games of the regular season are at NIB Stadium, so it's a good run-in. It's still all there in front of the Glory in terms of their dreams of a top 2 finish. But this will be a setback, no doubt about that. McGarry back to Pantelidis. Heffernan. Diagonal ball looking for Mehmet. He's in behind. And Mehmet has given the Glory a lifeline.
Well, they leave it for one and another. I think Necevski should be coming for this. It's come from a long way. Okay, it's fairly flat. Is he offside there as you look across the line? Well, it's not given anyway, and they just let it go. And really, maybe that isn't Necevski that should come for. I think that the central defender, Bosschaart, should deal with that. He can see it coming. But it was a good finish in the end from Mehmet, wasn't it? Just controlled it, and just helped it past Necevski, who was stranded.
Well, we've spoken too soon. A nervous finish all of a sudden here at the SFS. And Ferguson showing a great deal of emotion. Brink with the throw. Andrezinho over his head. Away by Sherlock. Carle lumps it up the other end of the park. Here's Vukovic. Heffernan. Still Dean Heffernan. Miller. Now McGarry. They need to get it in the middle here, the Glory. McGarry. Miller. Risdon. Bends in across. Looking for Smeltz. Brink's shot. Gets it back, Brink. And it's crossed the line. It's a goal kick, and it's the end of the ball game. Sydney FC win at home for only the 3rd time this season. The Glory's unbeaten run comes to an end. A massive result this for the Sky Blues. Absolutely massive. And a great response from Sydney FC after the embarrassment a week ago against the Jets. They have redeemed themselves. Full time at the SFS. Sydney FC 2, Perth Glory 1. So a huge 3 points for Sydney FC that keeps them right in that finals race. Emerton, the captain, with the first goal. Huge moment for him in the context of the season. Cazarine scored the second, but Mehmet made for an anxious last few minutes with a late reply for Perth Glory. The Glory lose the first time in 9. And Sydney FC, who've only won 1 in 9 heading into this one, will be mightily relieved with this result.